What's up, guys? Today we'll be ranking every sentinel, and remember, this is my opinion. I'll be making a post saying what do you guys think is the best sentinel, and I'll review the post when I hit 150 subscribers. Drop your comments below on the post, and I'll be showing a picture of the post when I edit this video. And please comment and vote what your opinions are. And if there's anything I miss in this video, please inform me. I'll be very thankful if you guys tell me. But anyways, guys, let's get started on the ranking. And also, one thing I forgot to say. Just because the sentinel is last does not mean I think it's bad. Like every sentinel, well, other than last place, every sentinel is A or S tier. But let's just get to last place, B plus tier. The last place, I'll have to give it to 2-time. As broken as he is, I admit it, he's broken. He's just way... What I'm trying to say, he's kind of like he's very dependent on the situation. Like what I'll be ranking is usefulness, like those stun, how hard they are, and how practical they are, and some other side stats like health. And 2-time has 80 health only, and also his stun is 3.5 seconds, which is a pretty good stun. But for every 2-time, it goes from minus 0.25% of the stun. I don't know how much that is for two times. All I know, it's less than 3.5. Sorry for the bad gameplay. When I was recording this video, this guy had like a lot of killer wounds. What is it? I think this guy was like a mouse and full slasher. Sorry if this is bad gameplay. I was worried about getting punished by gashing wound. But okay, now his second life is pretty good, but the thing is, his second life, sure he has a second life, but if he gets one-shotted, it's literally just having 10 HP more. I don't know if entanglement or core of nature kills at the weakness stage, but I know he's one-shot to any melee. Oh, what was that dash? Editing me speaking, what was that dash? Actually, I'm actually reading the script. Never mind. So, about 2-time. He has a pretty hefty stun at the second shortest cooldown. Hot take, crouch and stab doesn't really, it helps, but like I don't really see that it helps a lot, you know, if that makes sense. But 2-time is very fragile in a second life, and not to mention you will not always get a second life. Like something called trick stabbing. Look, like this. That's a trick stab. I tried to perform it before, but I messed up. But that's trick stab, and he's very hard. And the worst part is, unless you get a second life, and you're the only 2-time, he doesn't even have that good of a stun. But if you're the only 2-time, he will have a pretty good stun. Other than that, yeah, he will have a pretty bad stun. And his second life, you're 2-shot. And there's some moves like rock speed override. I'm pretty sure mass infection too. I don't know about mass infection. As you can see here, I got my second life. As your second life, I wouldn't really say your second life really helps, especially in your weakness stage. And like rock speed override, gashing wound. This is a lot of stuff that can kill you on your second life. As you can see, I have just only 40 HP. As you can see, I'm already 2-shot. Yeah, and I died. But that's my last place. Time to go for my second last place, or third. This will be an extreme. This whole list is a hot take, but this 2-time enchant in bottom sentinels might be the biggest hot take you can ever get. But can I please let me explain my reasoning? Okay, Chant has a good stun, the best stun in the game. One problem, You can get so much weakness, you can get one shot. I got weakness 5, and it lasts for a good amount of time, 15 seconds. You can go from 60 health as him heal to 130 health, like Dell. And for quick tip about chance, for the Weeble, you do not need 3 charges to get. 3 charges does not give you more luck, it's just same. The only thing that matters is if you want to get half fix or want a better shot with one shot. Now one thing about Chan, he's not really that hard to lose. The only hard thing I see is trying to get your gun to work, I guess. Or running away with weakness. But yeah, he's not that hard to lose, to be honest. Half fix is good to get away with the weakness. And quick tip, once again quick tip, lose half fix at the start of LMS if you have it. And I would say a good amount of health is like 100 to 120 health would be a good amount. If you're overshooting, like that's just way too much. And what is it? Chance? His gun is the longest cooldown in the game. And also, it's as I know I said he's easy, but it's also pretty easy to dodge the gun. You can move! You can move! You can move! Now, like, you can, I wouldn't really recommend losing a coin in chases, but only one problem when doing that. I would say do it like a 50-50 amount of, like, half flip a coin and chase, half don't. Because you can get a lot of weakness. But if you don't flip a coin, what is it? You can't really do anything. All you gotta do is one. If you don't flip a, either risk getting one shot in by amount of weakness, or risk it so that you can have weakness for 15 seconds and wait for like 45 seconds to have an ability to stun. And not to mention your one-shot gun can explode on you or just not work, which makes it damage. Oh yeah, W guess that Shedletsky is protecting the environment. And like you can see though, I had so much weakness I got one-shot in. I know I'm dead, but I'm gonna talk about more about Chance. Chance, he is the most expensive character. I really think he should be cheaper, but 777 is a lucky number, I'm pretty sure, so it kind of makes sense, but still. Chance is, he's okay, he's like an A tier, he's okay I guess. He's like A tier, A plus maybe. I know he's, actually no, 2 times A minus. Like, I know he's better than 2 times, but I don't know. I wouldn't really recommend. If you want to be, but he's good for supporting the team. I wouldn't say the best sentinel. I would say he's like the second best sentinel for supporting the team. But Chance, if you wanna survive, and well, the sentinels, well, it's the rest of the sentinels is more a mix of both. Can survive on their own. Except for 2 time, the Gas and Shedletsky can survive on their own and protect the teammates, which is why they're higher than these 2. All they can do is protect teammates, and they can't defend themselves as much as Gas and Shedletsky, which is why I put them below them. Time to move on to 2nd place. Call me a Gas Glazer, but I don't care. Gas is number 2. Gas is really good for helping teammates, but I think the least amount for helping teammates, if that makes sense. But he's still really good. Charge helps a lot. It helps take out minions, helps the team, and it gives you invincibility. Before someone talk about Charge, Charge's invincibility is insanely good. Like if you charge to Jason or Slasher with that does Gashing Moon, you can get like the first couple hits of Gashing Moon, and you'll take less damage. And not to mention, if If you have zero stamina and just like a poison river and like LMS, you can lose charge to negate all damage taken by the poison river. Now let's talk about the normal punch, not parrying though. As you can see there, I got a punch. There's a lot of stuff you can get punches from. Gashing Wound, Rock Speed Override, Mass Infection. There's a lot of stuff. And it gives you, I think it gives you resistance. Sure, the punch does have only 2 seconds, but I think it's fair because it's insanely easy to hit. Easier than Shedletsky stun and even Chance. And also the punch is pretty good because it has pretty long range. Other than 2-time with crouch and dagger, guess that's the longest range for a stun. And punch is, and like if you hold on to a punch, you can have all 3 of your abilities and you can charge and punch at the same time. So that before the killer even has a chance to even get back to you, you can already be punched. You can punch them. Now let's talk about block and parry, both of them. Block negates all damage, and I mean all damage. Sure, you won't get a punch from everything, but you can negate all damage. But, for example, Mass Infection, you don't get a punch, but you negate all the damage. And parrying. A whopping 3.5 seconds of stun time doesn't seem OP for you. Sure, 2-time is the same stun, but for guess it doesn't affect how many people are in the server. And what is it? Guess is really OP. Like you can get free punches out of everywhere, and let's not get started on the insanely short cooldown, the shortest cooldown. A 24-second cooldown does not seem OP for people who hate on guess. You're gonna tell me that doesn't seem OP? Only 24-second cooldown. That doesn't seem OP. And not to mention, 3.5 of those seconds are if you hit a parry, 3.5 of those seconds are literally you just, it's a color being stunned. So technically you could say it has a 20.5 second stun. Even if you only land the punch, it has a 22-second stun if you land it. Charge has a 40-second stun, but it's really good off ledges. And as I'm gonna try to perform a sure I died, but I'm gonna try to perform a parry for the video for funsies. But I guess it's just really good. But on to number 1. The best sentinel, Shedletsky. Though I do think Guest is better than Shedletsky, which might be like, hey, why did you place him as number 2 instead of number 1 if he's better than Shedletsky in your opinion? The reason why, as I said in the beginning, I was counting difficulty, and Guest is the hardest sentinel, but Shedletsky can be lost by all players, and like if a beginner loses him, he shouldn't have a lot of trouble losing him. At least the slash. And the slash gets a pretty hefty stun for an easy stun. Like it's not even like, okay, Chance. It's not even like Chance has a downside. Other than Chance, Guest and 2-time is a pretty hard stun for a pretty hefty stun. But Shedletsky's stun is 0.5 seconds less than Guest, and it is extremely easy. His fried chicken can heal him. This might be the shortest section of the video though, because Shedletsky is pretty basic. And because of that, Shedletsky is number 1 because he's super easy. And you might be wondering, well, you said that, but why do you think Guest is better? The reason why I think Guest and Shedletsky are like around the same, like I really don't mind if you put Guest at number 1. Like I couldn't put a Guest at number 1, but I decided not to because I feel like Shedletsky barely takes it. But one massive problem, he has extremely big cooldowns. But that's the only problem, and he's free. But thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next. And please, like I said in the beginning, I will be making a post And please vote what do you think is the best sentinel and comment why. And also comment in this video why you think of something I missed. But anyways guys, thank you guys for watching. Bye!